Yo, what's up, guys? Yo, 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 yo. Check. All right. Are we good? All right, everything's up. Been a minute. I was sick, but listen, it happens. So I'll never nickname these guys. Do I have a nickname redeemer or some shit? Uh, yeah, I do have a nickname. Let me get some of these. If 1,000. Okay. I can quickly do Crustle fight. See, sand up. So it's sand up. I just want to lead a guy who can one shot. That seems to be. Or a guy who can like mostly one shot. Pretty sure I can just I lead guts guy. That hurts me. 20, I'm taking 1/8, so 12. 5 plus 24, that's like 65. I'll be at 35%. Okay, would never be into heat wave range. Just get myself an RN in case. Pre-burn that guy. I just freaking rock slide into Mach Punch, I believe. Because if I do my hammer, in case it goes, I don't know what I think it would, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, rock slide into Mach Punch kills. That brings in Vigilif guy. He's gonna go for Psychic or Air Slash. I'm going to tell you tomorrow and fake out Zing Zap, which always kills. It's 14.5 plus 87, and my Togedemaru is faster since it's a Giga Speed guy. Brings in EQ from Piloswine creature. I'm going to Brelum just because it easily baits Icicle Spear. And then off that, go into Cloister on Icicle Spear. It's an easy to hit KO. I always win that 1v1. And then if I just need someone that switches in on EQ after some chip to kill, we do that. And like add another Icicle Spear EQ bait guy. Like this guy or some shit. Because really, I think the only item we need is Muscle Band on Togedemaru. I mean, and the Ornberry is like only like 10 HP, but it might just can add some consistency to that other roll. Not that it really matters. Okay. Got the right moves, right go, yeah. At least for now you do. Alright, this will be Psychic or Air Slash. To my knowledge, yep, Psychic or Air Slash. You have Muscle Band, so fake out into Zing Zap kills. I'm jolly, so I'm faster. 19 plus 114, yep. Shit, your leftovers, that doesn't always kill her, right? So this will be... We have another pivot turn out of that. Heat Wave here. I didn't realize all my guys were weak to Heat Wave, huh? Are you dead to a crit Heat Wave? Crit Heat Wave to 76. I'll be dead to a crit Heat Wave, huh? Cheat Oranberry would save that point. And a regular amount of damage. It's 51. That would be like random move anyways, right? I can lower speed with that. All else always eats that. Or I just... I got a better idea. Yeah, it's fine. Be anything. Okay, that would have been horrible, because like that was a fucking 1 in 4 to click Heat Wave there. It's fine, we're good now. Gotta have leftovers. Alright, this will be EQ. Oh, that almost got killed, right? Since it crit, it actually could have killed there. If I gave it Miracle Soothe, but... That's fine. Actually, let me check. Could it see Icicle Spear from here? No, it shouldn't ever click Icicle Spear, because it only calcs 3 hit. Yeah. And now this is Icicle Spear. I think Conk can make this double battle pretty easy, as long as I get a good lead. Because my Conk outspeeds Gigalith. If I burn it, it kills with Hammer Arm. I do need to give it something to kill Nidoking, so I'll get rid of Payback for Ice Punch. Since that's kind of a flex move spot anyways. Because I'm going to target Conk with Nidoking if I lead a certain guy, right? Then I lead something that, like, kills Maractus turn 1 and always gets targeted by something. Yeah, so I lead Rapidash. But if I want it to... No, I don't think Rapidash works, because, like, I don't want to Maractus to Spiky Shield, right? And if I don't want Maractus to Spiky Shield, I need to make sure Weather Ball kills. But if Weather Ball kills, like, if I pre-damage to where Weather Ball kills, then I think it might see Muddy Water range, right? Yeah, it might see Muddy Water range, and we just don't want that to happen. Because of Act Drop. So I need something that can always, like, that can kill Maractus and is always dead to Weather Ball. Or just any attacking move. I just need to be dead to an attacking move, right? I think Masquerain fills that for us. It does. It's just slightly annoying, I feel like, if he does it. Um, it's only slightly annoying because Nidoking creature can Thunderbolt or Flamethrower. I need to because I need to pre-damage to bait Ice Beam from Gastro. And if I'm eating Ice Beam, T-Bolt, Flamethrower, it's correct to send Amphi in, I think. I might need to pre-damage. It's correct to send Amphi in because I keep baiting target on that slot, right? Since even after Konk's taken 12.5% per turn with Sand plus Burn, he'd have to take more than, he'd have to take four, no, he'd have to take, he's got 4 free turns to hit move. And by that point, things are dead, so. I just need to see how much, so Ice Beam does minimum 32. Thunderbolt does minimum 19. That's 51 damage. I need to be at 96. 96 plus 51. Okay, I need to just take 10 damage of... Actually, no, because Sandstorm chips, so I need to be at like 155 health. And then it should always see Drew Run kill and Earth Power kill. And then I go into something like Torterra, because in case I'm in Poison Jab range, I'm just going to be able to eat that part. And I think that Mock, while burned into Seed Bomb, kills 34 plus... Yeah, okay. That's chill. I think that works out. And then for Masquerain, Mask needs to be at I think we would jab too, right? That can be Pajab as well. Jab, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Base Beam. Okay, no, Gigalith eats that way better. Because I need to be at Gigalith is gonna take 14 plus 22 is 36 and needs to be at 66 HP. 102. And then Mask needs to be it'll be taking one turn of Sandstorm Chip, so I need to go back crazy with it. 82. 34 divided by 16, taking 8 damage. So I need to get 90 HP. I think the status I'm most worried about with Gigalith would just be poison, because that would allow it to take extra chips, so I'll just give it like Frostberry or some shit. And then I don't think I need to give it a boosting item. I think Bug Buzz always kills the Maractus. Yeah, Bug Buzz always kills. And then for this guy, while burned, Hammer always kills, and I think Ice Punch always kills that. Muscle Band sometimes kills, but not often. I don't think giving a citrus would help. So just Mach Punch into attacking move, right? I guess just Miracle Seed Eldegoss, because then it can kill through it completely. I mean, hey, if I want to aim for that damage roll, we're gonna go for it risky. Let's Hammer Arm, Bug Buzz, targeting that guy, go into Gigalith, who's chilling. Because I believe I'm faster. I mean, I should double check. Yeah, I'm faster, so. Hammer Arm, Gigalith, Bug Buzz, Maractus. It won't Spiky Shield since it sees Slow Kill on Marac. And now we Ice Punch, Nidoking, and then 82 HP, so it's always seeing kill, and then it can sometimes also see kill with Poison Jab. So that's why we go Gigalith creature. Actually, I'm going to Hammer Arm Gastra here. Because it can sometimes Muddy Water Gigalith, depending on what happens with moves, and I'd rather be able to not have to deal with that, right? And so, like, yeah, 44 HP, it could Muddy Water, but it's just going to Drill Run that guy. So I'll Mach Punch. Gastro. Go into... I think it's only clicking Drill Run, right? At 44 HP. Yeah, it's only clicking Drill Run, so I'll go Mask. And then it's funny random move again. Empress eats all of these to my knowledge. Yeah. And Ice Punch kills. Honk Elder, man. Fucking guy. I think it's that fight, and then we can have Mirage Tower opened up to us. Which, with like a lack of ways to manipulate my encounter and like no synchronized shit, I honestly have no idea what to do with Mirage Tower. Like, I don't know if I need the strength now, or I wanted to see if I like get a better direction of what floor to go for later. Because it's just a really weird set of encounters for me. I only have Crook Dupe out of all of Mirage Tower. And like, obviously, ideally, I'd take a 1F because I want either the ground type or the steel type. But taking like raw 1F is kind of rough. Granted, it's like a 54% chance of getting a goat if I take 1F just right now. Okay, this one I will like actually switch tabs for. Because it's a little more. I have to figure out how my team handles the Skyrim shit, right? I mean, first off, I want my lead to like Stealth Rocks, right? Uh, would it spikes as well if those are not possible? Look at my cloisters faster, right? So by spinnies, it brings in Beware in most situations. So I'm just gonna say that happens with Tort, right? So I don't dislike Rapidash lead because like I overheat it, I outspeed and like red card triggers before it can even set up a hazard, so that guy's not taking unnecessary chip, right? Also, it can be like a decent, like I might be able to get that in earlier too. Let's just do against those guys. If I give you wise glasses. So it's like it always brings in that kind of drill run. No, I can't kill on U-turn because I got rid of hazards, right? So I switch it on hazards with Cloister. I might give it. I don't know if I give it citrus just in case of like body press while also switching into rocks just to make sure that it can never see a body slam roll, right? I think maybe I just do that, yeah, so I can never see a body slam roll. That way I can get drain punch baited. Um yeah, drain punch baited, get a mask, get an intim off. We're sitting at here with like -1 creature, so like gonna be body slam shit. And a golem. I'm gonna get to -2 by doing that. And go into this on drain punch. Give Torterra a cherry berry, and we should be chilling. Is a lot of people for those two, but I think it's fine. Does get a lot of damage taken, right? Because you add like that. That limits the team spot. So we just don't want the thing that kills to bait or run avalanche is fine because we won't be attacking Rhyperior, right? So if we do that, can work, right? Or I send Tori out there with like 1 intim, which isn't ideal. Cloister, I could use Cloister for it if it doesn't switch in on body press. Can eat that, so I save this guy for it. Add you, and then get an extra helper for Tort as a switch in. Just potentially no, probably another grass type, right? Like an entrainment guy, and then he's taking like recoil. No, I just got Parasect on that. Alright. And Parasect's always bait, and. Make sure that I'm in range to always bait Avalanche. Right? because Eldegoss is killing with Leaf Storm, even in sand, and it's cool with a crit Avalanche, since it's not going to... Is Avalanche on, like, last turn or only when I attack it? Yeah, only when I attack it, so if I don't attack it, we're chilling. I could also go into, like, if it's gonna be Avalanche, I can go to Rapidash, eat the Avalanche, then I'm getting Drill Run, then we're just chill from there, right? So... I might have to... I mean, I have a good amount of citruses. But maybe not. Maybe we'll chill on citruses, yeah. I just give you a... Cherry Berry. I think that's fine. Don't need any... Like, other than just saying, oh, I can give this guy a citrus, I don't think these guys need an item. As Wise Glasses to Rapidash in case, like, I really need to steer and the Bewear is, like, full health, because then I use Wise Glasses to confirm that kill. But the roll is... No, the roll's only... It's only one roll compared to, like, if I'm switching in on, potentially Body Slam in that steer situation. So the pair is more likely than dying to Body Slam plus... Or pair is more likely than dying to crit plus sand or, like, Overheat not killing, right? And these two are mostly fine with their situation, because Parasect always just fucks up that Torterra. At worst, it's a 4-hit KO on crits. I'll play this one slowly safe. Just to make sure that we're good on how we're gonna handle that. Mirage Tower's right there, but I have no idea if I actually like want it. Alright, we just overheat turn 1 because we just want to be able to kill with Rapid Spin. Kind of set that clean slate up, right? It shouldn't attack, but if it's like the low chance of attacking, that's also fine, because we'll just like commit the kill there. Depending on like what we bring in. It's like almost always a hazard of some sort though. Yep. Stealth Rock. And then I'm not faster than this, so we're probably gonna see other spikes or dual wing beat. So I'm gonna get in. It's good that it's Cloister, or that it's Eldegoss, because then I'm not switching in on Body Press after already taking rocks damage, right? And this is where having a super fast Cloister is like really awesome. Even if it's at the expense of that, and like low fizz stuff. Because like, yeah, there's a lot. Triggers that, you Rapid Spin. And then we'll be seeing Drain Punch for Bewear, because the only thing that kills, like that doesn't see out damage or kill. We're gonna go into Masquerain. -1. Let's just Cloister take for -1 Body Slam. I think it's fine. We can do like at least one pivot for that guy. Body slam creature. Let's see how much this does. Plus sand. 25. Natural plus sand. 42. If we switch it back in on a pivot, we're switching at -2. It'd be 19 damage plus sand, which is. Do the math on that. 6 damage. 19 plus 6, 25. That puts us at 17 at -2. Could, like, be both body slam and drain punch if it, like, max rolls, right? So, I mean, at least for this turn, we go back into mask. Then after that, you probably still go Cloister into Proterra, since, like, if it's mask room, we're switching it on body slam regardless, right? So I might as well add the chance of not switching it on body slam, since we only have one Cherry Berry. And if it doesn't do a shitload, like if you don't get back-to-back max rolls, it won't see body slam again. Since at least, you know, the bright side of not having skill link when it might have gotten me really out of a certain fight is, like, I mean, I got another shell and I gotta play around. 42, it's 18, and it's like the high-ish roll. They should do 6. 15. It's not likely to see body slam kill. But if it does, I mean, you just don't get Mickey'd, right? Yeah. From here, we should be safe to just kind of frag out against this guy. Body slam and drain punch overlaps as well. So. I mean, first one didn't pair us, so now we're like Giga free, I think. It's pretty much always a Spirit KO. Yeah, only like 10.2% chance to get KO after lefties. That's fine. Oh wow, we killed because... Actually, it was higher chance because Sandstorm goes before lefties. So it was probably more like a 50. Let's see how close the roll is. This should bring in... I think this brings in Avalanche Rhyperior. Does, yeah. So there's a couple ways I could play this. I think I'm gonna play this the safest way I think I can, which is going into Rapidash, since it's never gonna drill run this guy. I go into Rapidash. It can take the Dragon Tail and not like completely punish me. And if it avalanches, it's always Drill Run, which is when Eldegoss comes in and always kills with Leaf Storm. Yep, perfect Avalanche, and this will always be Drill Run. Ooh, that's awkward. I didn't know that made contact. Interesting. It should still get a higher drill run score. It's crit move with super effective chant. But we'll see. Yeah. And then this brings in Terra guy. Uses likely to wood hammer, but it's like a sometimes odd chance. How many rolls overlap? 2 1.5 rolls. I think 3 out of 32 chance. Out of 50-50, so it's 32 times 1 out of 2, which is 64, like 1 in 45 or some shit. On the map. I mean, like 1.5, something like that. Doesn't really matter. It could also just EQ. Either way, Parasect comes in and hits X scissor twice, and I think that's Jeej. I remember last time Big P came out, but here you go, Big P. This is your chance. Can we hit an FX board for the real ones? FX board right now. Oh, we got a freaking... Okay, we got a Smarty Pants over here. I mean, if it crits Parasite, we still got a full health Masquerade, so... Big P. Okay, we have Mirage Tower right now, but I'm not actually, like, I'm obviously not in a situation to take the encounter. I don't have half of my catchers with me. I don't even know, like, if I really want to take it right now or not. I was really hoping, like, one of my Magnet Pull guys would be Magnet Pull, because then I would just, like, raw take 1F, right? Or not raw take 1F, because you need Magnet Pull for taking 1F, right? That adds a few more questions to it. Can't really manipulate it. But I don't know. If I hold off on it, the main shitter is Baltoy running up like he owns the place, right? Like I can, if I wait, there's the chance to key out Skorupi out of the table, but I really don't believe there's a place to limit Baltoy out of the table. And there's not really Meteor Falls 1F dupe either, if I was desperate in that regard. So we probably raw take 1F, and I don't want to do a level 32 repel thing because Drillbur chance. If you can get a low level Drillbur that still has rapid spin, you kind of cook with that. Three F can be unironically cool sometimes if it works out, but like if you don't have Orbital guy, and then you run into like Orbital or Claydol, that's probably so cringe, right? Just early Golbat and Noivern sounds pretty fucking fire. We're not taking 2F because we don't need, we're not that desperate. So like if I wait a little bit, there's not really a payoff, I feel like. when I'm probably gonna need the help right now. It's like even if it's just even if we get fucked and we get like 111 Gigalith into Mirage Tower Claydol, it's the short term ground type assistance and the psychic type that I at least like can make use of for a small time before it like probably booms somewhere. So I should let me just check moves. Baltoy can have self-destruct, but it is an always catch with quick ball to my knowledge. Since it's 255 catch rate. Yeah. And Claydol can have it. It is a 6%. So if I run into Claydol, what do I need to do? Claydol's 90 catch rate. I think Claydol would be faster than Parasect Creature. So I need to really figure out what we would do in the case of Claydol Creature or Claydol character if it boom chances. Because outside of it, I don't think other guys have boom chance, right? They're like something they're really harmful. What's Laron got? Yeah, like it's mostly standard stuff at that point, right? Um, so I don't want to lead with like. Normally, I'd like no if there's no boom guys, you lead like I'd lead like Parasect since it just always puts to sleep character. Um, well, that's slower. So then if it picks the 1 and 2 on the self destruct, how much does self destruct do to me? Self destruct. I mean, I'd live crit at least, so there's that. I don't know, do any of my leads have like a status thing that can like stop it from moving through? And at that point, I'm better off just like still sending the creature at it, right? You see some catch rate odds here. Claydol, level 32 with a quick ball. 67% chance with quick ball. If it's asleep at full, so it's like it's not horrible chance trying the quick ball. And like I don't really have other accessible things. I can't get an ultra ball, right? Scroopy, we have that guy. Scroopy can have Night Slash, Knockoff, Venoshock, Toxic. And then just cover. Colossus is an easy catch, but it's Nightshade, Thunderwave, Diffuser, Psybeam. And then Excadrill. Is X-Scissor, Stomping Tantrum, Dig, Metal Claw. X-Scissor, Stomping Tantrum, Dig. I think downside is if I like burn that guy, that's fucking ass. Even though he walls that the best, right? And I guess you could probably like eat that pretty well. Alright, let's get Mirage Tower. I'm really hoping we get a steel type, man. Please steal me. Hit me with one of these steals here, and I'm gonna be like, we're so back if that happens. Obviously, we have to. Forget if it's just like every time we exit and leave. I think it's every time we exit and leave the route, right? Probably quicker for me to do it through here. I can check. There we go. We can't do fossil either because we took Togi D. I don't know if there's anything like worth taking fossil for, or like if there's any item you get up there. I have to check the master dock for a sec. No, there's like nothing in Mirage. All right, here we go, baby. We can find a good spot for the encounter. I think we do one of these like non-sand patches, right? Okay, let's go behind the ladder. Oh fuck! I'm in my awkward like so I could like hop in place. That's huge. I think it's low. It's too low level to have a rapid spin, which is fine. Yeah, it's too low level to have a rapid spin, which is fine. But this guy is just super awesome to have. Our team could have really used this. I'm just gonna spore it. Ooh, if you poison this, you're cringe. I bet. I probably should just quick clawed it, but I mean, it's pretty likely to catch this thing. I think at least. Ooh, okay, there we go. Drillbur in, that's huge. Since I don't have Magnet Pull, it's unlikely to get this guy with Rapid Spin. He has to be like, you have to run into the Drillbur. Last time we did get the one that had Rapid Spin. You have to be like level 20 or less. So like, I'll just take the fact that I got the Steel type and Ground type help out of non-Magnet Pull. Alright, let's check these stats. I don't think there's a reason for me to even keep going up Mirage Tower, but you know what? Just because I think for the cinematic part of us figuring out what our fossil would have been if we didn't have to get Togedemaru, can both like shit on us and be funny. So you know what? We can totally hindsight this, so we'll see what this fossil is for the humor of it. Since I mean I can't take Desert Underpass, like we know that. I think I was like save and just like see what it is, reset off of it. We'll see. Well, you know what? We'll see what the fossil would have been, and then check the drill bear. I have no idea which of its abilities are better. I mean, I kind of think they're mostly irrelevant outside of, like, Clearly Desert. Which, I mean, even both are good. Like, I had Sand Forest last time. On, like, a low attack, but, like, good everything else one. I do have to pick out my PC so I can pick up Said Fossil, though. But we won't look at what the, We'll just send you off in box one. Alright, please be like a... If it's a Cradioli or Rampardos, that would be so fucking awesome, so I can totally, like, go hindsight Andy and be like, guys, I planned that. Dude, if it's Archeops, I'm gonna piss my pants. If it's Archeops or Bastion, I'm gonna piss my pants, man. Oh, I'm the GOAT, I'm the GOAT, that was planned. Always take Rustborough. You will win. You will get a shit fossil. I got the 4x31, but it's lonely. Yeah, I mean, that's ass, though. That's just ass. That's funny though. It's a good thing good thing we did not take fossil there. All right, let's check our molster. That's kind of mid. That's pretty mid, not gonna lie. Good Pokemon though, so doesn't matter too much at the end of the day. He's winning the mid off at least. That's for sure. Got in at least. We're not gonna be able to route 32 repel thing, which I mean all it does is eliminate some of the Toxel chance. And then I'll use my Route 113 encounter to repel so I can decrease Snowball chance. I think that's the smartest way to do that. Alright, I don't think there's any delays. Yeah, there's no delays. Except like earlier high horsepower, earlier EQ, but then you get drill run. And you want Iron Head before 48, which we lose. So like you just evo this guy. I mean, it's helpful to have the ability to run Rapid Spin if I need it when it comes to like Institute Shelly. By the time we get there. Good attack stat though for sure. Let's add this guy and update Conk having Ice Punch into the calc. Okay, we got Copper Jaw guy. Should be fine. I have For 80, I mean, just off first glance, I have some pretty good, like, pivots and switches, like, right? Like, most things can kill copper on lead, especially if I got sand for, like, sand rush and shit, right? So, like, I just give this guy, like, soft sand, for one example. And it forces Sand Slash, who has to actually EQ because it sees high roll is a fast 2 KO, right? And it's always going to OHKO over setup. So I feel leave with soft sand might be the move. It's good that it doesn't bring in Delphox because I mean if I just run some damage numbers, I mean I guess Gigalith isn't bad, but like I think my best answer is like the Gooner. Because it gives me a chance to get switcheroo, right? Or it gives me a chance to get sticky barbed, right? And like so I want to switch in on the psychic move. Because it should. I know there's some. It's like fringe, but I think it's a little more. I've seen more uses for sticky barb than I have lagging tail. Because I know some people will use sticky barb sometimes in some people will use it for what's it? Fucking some double battle tech. There we go. That's the word. There's some double battle tech. So I can either use this guy or I can send in Gigalith creature. Gigalith creature isn't bad either. So we'll lead Excadrill. Pop up with a soft sand so it can kill with Drill Run. It won't send in Lycanroc because it won't see kill. So it sees kill with Sand Slash. Gonna go for EQ. There's a decent amount of damage, to be honest. That's also the only thing I think that just straight up kills. So, and Delphox is gonna come in. And he'll probably go for kill on the first turn, right? I just send in Gigalith with a Oranberry because we just want to go for the true chance. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and we just go for Rock Slide, try to kill it, right? And we have Obstagoon to potentially pivot out to, maybe. I don't know if that's using like too many team members for the job, but I do need to quickly check if EQ plus so like non-EQ crit plus Sandstorm chip into Stone Edge. If I get EQ crit and it doesn't pop the barrier, then it can kind of fuck me, right? If I have Citrus, can I get knocked off? It can, but it's less crit chance. It is -1 Citrus though. And I'm only at risk of really dying there. Like that. Actually, his swinging Lilligant's not too horrible. Right, I switch it on to EQ. Even if it wants to Swords Dance on me, we'd live crit. And if it's at, let's see, if it's at the minimum, so 22.4. Doing 31, that's giving me 16 health back. Wonder if Barry might be better because like it's 2-8 KOing regardless, and since I'm slower, it might SD, so I want to be able to like kind of be fine. Unless Breloom also handles that. 32 max versus 32.6 versus 32.2 max. Wait, it doesn't really change much, right? I guess Mach Punch inherently gives that guy more value. I just thought it was going to be Slice Shock or Mystical Fire. Who handles Mandiba's creature? Magneton can probably handle it. I think. Yeah, because my thing's faster and I couldn't take a little too much, right? I was just Signal Beam. So we kill this. That brings in Sand Slash. Breloom's got that. Brings in Delphox. Gigalith then kills that. Hopefully we have Sticky Barb. If we don't, it's kind of whatever. That should bring in High Horsepower or Stone Edge from Lycanroc. There's a small thing of like, what do we do with this guy, right? Because ideally there's like Torterra creature, but I have nothing to break the sash on specifically Torterra. And it is a lot of damage, right? And like for a Giggleth, it could be kind of any move at that health. So it's hard to bait. Because if I'm sure if I can be sure it's not like high horsepower, I could go into Torterra and then on Psychic Fangs or Stone Edge, go into Totodemar. If it's Psychic Fangs, I switch back out. If it's Stone Edge, I fake out. I think I might need a Citrus Berry. Fake out, that way I can break the Sash. And then go back into Torterra with the Citrus. Delphox comes in, Mystical Fire. Not bad because it means I'm switching in on Mystical Fire. Yeah, I think I'd give that a shot. And then since Gigalith's never getting Mystical Fire, it gives me the opportunity to go to Maru if necessary to fake out. Even though everyone else is weak to Mystical Fire except one guy, huh? That's not really amazingly planned on my part, huh? I think it has to be that way. It kind of has to be that way. And so we need... But I mean, if Giga is switching in on Mystical Fire, he's chill, so... Soft Sand, you don't get an item because it's going to get knocked off. It don't really matter, I think, right? Could you just come in on EQ? If it crits, that's fine. We Giga Drain up. I mean, it risks a couple crits. Maybe? I don't know, man. I have to already shut this Toad. You get an Oranberry. I give Oranberries to these guys just because of Sticky Bar chance. I want the citruses. We'll give you the citruses in case. I mean, sorry, wrong math, but okay. Good, just to check that roll. Yeah, visualize kills. Alright, we move these guys up to the count. Holy, +1 Stardust, dude. That's like 1,000. You're rich. Let me know what you guys want from McDonald's. Alright, Collector John. Give me your worst. Show me the Sand Slash. And I'm faster because of Sand Rush, so I was never going to set up on my Excadrill. And I think it always goes slow kill and fast kill over that shit anyways. And then... yeah, even if I Miracle Seeded, it wouldn't have killed. The Seed Bomb, I mean Seed Bomb into Mach Punch would have killed, but it's kind of sketchy. I'd rather just Giga Drain up. Give me that health. Are gonna be Psy Shock or Mystical Fire. Ow. Hopefully it's Mystical Fire. I guess somebody is deal with the Psy Shock. I mean, I guess even, switch around this. Okay, Mystical Fire, perfect. I'm gonna Bulldoze one. Nah, I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, there we go, switcheroo. This is a 87.5% chance of killing. If it doesn't kill, that's fine. I'm just gonna go into, go to Maru. Okay, nice. Since we re-rolled the kill, this should be... I think it just defaults to Mandibuzz. It's a dick on both. Yeah. So this is a knockoff or Toxic. Toxic's ideal. Perfect. We T-Bolt here. This has a, like, 37% chance of killing, but it's fine if it doesn't, really. And then, in case it roosts, I just Signal Beam here because that's going to do the most. And if it doesn't roost, it's just dead regardless. Okay. And then at 63 HP, it's always going to be high horsepower. So I'm going to go into Torterra. And then, honestly, it could Endeavor, too, because it'll see that, like, Endeavor might do more damage at our health than, I don't think so, but... I go into Toby to Maru. If it Psychic Fangs, I just go right back out, otherwise I Fake Out. 'cause it's never gonna high horsepower the Torterra. Perfect. Iron Bronze breaks Sash. Let me just double check that there's no like bug with Iron Barbs here. No, it's only for like disguise that happens, so then the horsepower back into the turtle, and with Sash gone, we just kill. This guy didn't need citrus, but it was kind of like a security measure. Got a sticky barb out of that. No idea what it might do for me, but hey. Holy, first ever run with Sticky Barb. I know, that's pretty huge. Let's get a round of applause. I like go down. I think I can, right? Because it's like what the rock gem. And then the candy is fucking I think north, right? Yeah, northeast. Give me that Sticky Barb. I shouldn't need much for this fight. I mean, lead's pretty easy. I'm pretty sure lead's always Mian Shao. Yeah, lead's fake out Drain Punch. That'll bring in Palisand, who's just gonna like Scorching Sands or Hex me. I guess the ambiguousness of like what it could go for is a little awkward there. But as long as it's not ever potentially going for because like I just Cherry Berry Eldegoss in case it's that on Switch, and then I Magical Leaf twice, right? Because even if it's Hex and it crits, are we chill on double crit? 55 plus 55 would be 110 if it double crit, if I'm burned. Or no, 55 plus 5, 126 divided by 8, 15. You know, I'd be dead at double crit, right? Into well, I don't want to switch in on Hexerly either, right? Though I guess Citrus is smarter, right? Because I'm not switching in on one or the other. I'm switching in on like kind of both. Though I guess there's guy like Obstagoon, right? Which is never getting hex clicked on it. And so I just go in with Cherryberry guy. Or not Cherryberry, Rossberry guy. Click Magic Leaf twice. We get Berserker. Uh with a bunch of bullshit. I should be able to play around Berserker pretty easily. Because as long as I don't switch in on yeah, I can go around. I can handle Berserker pretty easily because I just don't switch in on Iron Tail. As long as I don't switch in on Iron Tail, Torterra mogs that dude, and I give it Soft Sand just to find that kill. I don't think there's a better lead, right? Because I don't have many fake out guys that can like my only fake out guy that can like kill that thing, and that guy can explode, right? So it's just easier this way. So we'll lead me and show Terra there, and we got like 4 motherfuckers. Play around whatever we need to. I think this is my only magical leaf for. So who else has like always hit moves that actually hit that guy? Okay, seems like it's basically that guy. I mean, there's the entrainment thing, but I think that's chill. Or would I rather have another resist? Because Eldegoss can sometimes bait close combat, right? No, Quillfish is best here. Because we're chilling a crit Iron Tail. And what that allows me to do is it allows me to just I go Quillfish, allows me to always bait Iron Tail. And then since I can always bait Iron Tail, I go into Magneton, since like I don't think there's any way to get around the fact that it's clicking random move on my Eldegoss. So I think it's just fine. No way to get around that. Let it click random move because Quillfish tanks even on crit Iron Tail. And even on crit Iron Tail, it's always going to hit Iron Tail again. So then I go into Magneton, and that allows Magneton just always bait in close combat. Which lets our Tugger go crazy. And that way I can go into this guy on random move, bait Scorching Sands into that boom. And you two don't need item. Yeah, you're chill, you don't need item, right? Yep. Alright, ball up. minute since we brought me in shout out. It's good. It's gonna be good for a lot of these fights. It's one of my like main fighting types because its utility is too good. Okay, now Drain Punch can kill. Since it's Focus Sash, we don't have to worry about any explosion and shit. Berserker can kill, like, Palisand can't kill this thing, Berserker actually can, but since me and show outspeeds and kills with Drain Punch, it's not going to go into Berserker. Given what my moveset is, it's obviously completely walled by Palisand. This is likely to Scorching Sands, but it can Hex. So that's why I'd rather just go into like the middle ground play, which is Gunner. Bait it again, and go into the other thing. Yeah, like that, but then if it was like Hex on Eldegoss, right? If it's Hex on Eldegoss, then it's like really ass. So I just add consistency to the line by doing that. And then because we're Ross, there's no form in which we could like get Mickey'd by playing it this way. And we just Magical Leaf plus. Because we have enough special attack for that to do the job without check my health. $65 down to 58. So, I won't be able to safely go into Magneton from that HP. I think it's these 4 rolls for close combat, so it's like a 1 and. Or no, it's like a 4 in 96. But like, why would I risk that? Right? We've established Bullfish can always eat any move and then still bait Iron Tail. Arm shot, that's cool. This is Iron Tail. And so we go to Magneton. We just don't want defense drop because, I mean, I don't know how much. I think we'd still be fine, but it's like, you never want to raw go into Iron Tail on these things. Unlike the thing you're trying to beat it with, right? Close combat. We outspeed this thing. And the EQ. Guess we didn't need the soft sand since we're gonna put this off at -1 defenses, but I mean, whatever. It's not too relevant. I definitely get why people run Giga Drain on the split, right? Until you get Woodhammer. Given like it's sandy. But I mean, when you're Impish 11 special attack, it's the Giga Drains kind of feel ass. But I do get why that's a thing at this split. Some people do. If you do Growl stuff, you do not keep Giga Drain the whole run. If you are running Impish Growl Torterra, it is not often standard to keep Giga Drain the whole time. Queen. I mean, it's a preference thing. Start, in my opinion, at least. Every starter has like a set of like 5 viable moves, and there's like 2 that are always like you keep the entire run. But starters have lots of moves where there's like 2 things that are always situational, or like up to people's preference and what they prefer running. I think the Growl, Woodhammer, Giga Drain stuff falls into that. I also think Growl's only really worth keeping if you're Impish guy for the whole run, or like at least for a while. But like it's situational. I don't beat Norman if I have no Growl, so I mean you keep it at least for Norman, right? But it's pretty I say pretty situational. Preference, specific Pokemon one, playstyle. I usually do too. This is just my first time trying an Impish one. Um, and it's definitely helped. I mean, the biggest part it helped in was, I would say, Norman having Impish. Okay, yeah, I think I just drove Run Lead. That brings in the brings in Golem, but then Golem can EQ or Focus Punch it. Which isn't exactly horrible. I think I'm gonna do that, bait that, and then Magical Leaf Creature it. Doesn't always kill, but it's gonna like click Focus Punch. Focus Punch is easy to gimmick on this guy. I think he always clicks Focus Punch with it, right? I mean, usually when it's like highest damaging move. So even though I mean I am switching out Rock Slide, it'd be easier if I could always guarantee I'm switching into another move. Right? I mean, the Magical Leaf roll is just one roll of Magical Leaf that never kills. I don't think there's a better lead for me. Because, I mean, the only thing that outspeeds the Nido. Yeah, it's nothing outspeed the Nido, so. And then since I'm Rush, it's going to go that guy. So. It's just barely, I'm just low enough to attack for it to miss or run killing. Otherwise, it'd be so much easier to just go into guy seeing Focus Punch kill on, like, only Focus Punch kill. It's like, oh, yeah, go to Mask. I'd like to go Rock Slide on something that always baits EQ instead of Focus Punch if I had the opportunity to. I do that though. I can. Because Nido Queen will always be EQ. If I have the team space for it, let's do that. I don't know if I have the team space for it, but fuck it, dude. I probably can because Excadrill can be used if I just switch on anything other than Flamethrower. Easy enough to manufacture that to kill Charizard. And I think for Cacturn, if I can set up a Cacturn could be slightly annoying. No, what I need to do for I'm gonna need 2 slots for Cacturn, right? I don't know why. Yeah, I need 2 slots for Cacturn, right? Mainly because Talonflame, when you got like Talonflame just gets boned by a Cacturn, right? And I also don't know if it's not like boosted. Still likely to do that. But if I'm switching out into it, it's always gonna be boosted. That's gonna be payback. And then that allows me to bring in Mianshao and kill with Aura Sphere. Since I can't really do that if I switch in on Seed Bomb and get crit. Is there another EQ focus punch switch that's safe? Doesn't require me to bring in something else. Because I don't think there's any special. I'm pretty sure Focus Punch is just treated as a regular damaging move in the score. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, I can. I know I can compress Excadrill into Charizard's role. Problem is that on Excadrill, because like a huge problem is how it sees both EQ and Focus Punch killing. EQ's what I want to switch on, but Focus Punch isn't. Max roll. I mean, I also don't want to switch on Rock Slide. I could. It's not the worst thing to switch on Rock Slide. If I do that, I would just give it a Citrus, I think, in case of Rock Slide critting. I mean, I have a lot of citruses. I don't mind throwing one off. but it consolidates that a little easier. And then on Eldegoss, those make it flamethrower or dual wing beat. So flamethrower kind of makes a random food. I get rid of rock gem. Okay, no, I bring golem. Golem switches into. Bro, that grunt one had belly drum guy. Was it grunt run? Yeah, I mean it was kind of thin by then. Like winnable thin, but also like first time there tax. So I was ass. I sold my 2 goats. I think it was more like it was winnable if I didn't sell my 2 goats, which were Sneasler and Dragapult, but I sold those fucking goats at Mount Pyre with some ass plays. So I was like, fuck, man, I don't want to play without those guys. Yeah. It was a weird box. Sneasler, Pult, Golisopod, which was like pretty much guaranteed because it's mostly guaranteed if you aren't like super ass or like super unluckily ass at manifesting, right? Um, but then like it was also funny because no shell armor guys that run, because that was when I was doing Empoleon run. So that run had no shell armor, no psychic type. And then on Grunt, and then on like Magma Hideout, you have some things that are goats like Mega B and Mega Lop. Obviously didn't have any of those. I mean, I don't have any of those right now, but it was a weird run. This one's a little more standardized, but it is still kind of weird. But it's mostly fine, I think. So far, I'm playing it better. So I do that. Golem just eats any move and still continues to only bait Weather Ball. So I can go into Excadrill on Weather Ball, Rock Slide kill. I'm bringing in Focus Punch from Cacturn. I think at least. Yeah, because it's always gonna kill over sub, right? Yeah, it's always gonna kill over sub if I'm not asleep or leeched. So I go to Talonflame on the Focus Punch. Cacturn always sees Payback kill after Focus Punch, which it's like I can't kill with Aerial Ace. I'm dicked on that thing. So I'll just go into this guy on Payback and kill with Aura Sphere after giving it a Wise Glasses. Since it's adamant, but I mean, I'm not complaining about it being adamant. It's just like, why would I complain about this thing being adamant? Oh no, I have to give it Wise Glasses for it. It's fucking cracked. Soft Sam, we just give you Citrus. I don't think you 3 need an item. You guys aren't clicking moves. Just check something. Yeah, they're not clicking moves. They're just switching in. Soft Sand, Citrus Berry, Wise Glasses. Just double check that that kills with Soft Sand. Bet. And then I just make sure I don't mess up some of the cycling. And I think the next fight after this is the annoying Dragapult guy, right? I'm gonna have to think about what to do with the Dragon Ball guy, but you know, hope that won't sell like I did last time. It won't be relevant for most of the run, but the Sand Rush is making parts of my life easier here because this thing is slower than this Nidoking. And it wouldn't be able to kill. I don't think I'd be able to roll compression or Charizard otherwise. So I have to play it riskier, I think, with a Golem. All these I almost went into that with the book. Here I can go Masker. I mean, if it's EQ, I'm gonna like punch this guy. Okay, it wasn't. That was the right choice then. Hindsight always prevails. And it still would have been the right choice. There's a 50% chance to get hit by a move that does half my health. You're gonna do the other option. That is like a move that only takes 35% of my health. And the only thing is that -1, it could be focus seismic. No, it's always gonna be focus punch. I mean, even if it's seismic toss, that's fine. Because like I'm gonna be dead. Alright. Charizard's actually gonna come in here now, which is perfecto. Since that worked out in that way, I don't have to super cringe pivot. Actually, no, I think it would have been fine, because, like, since it's sand up, even if I get crit by Weather Ball at 31%, and it's always gonna, yeah. But it keeps its Rock Gem now, so it's always going to Weather Ball on the Golem. It's here. It's Flamethrower or Dual Wing Beat. And then it baits in a Weather Ball. I don't want to stay in because if I get crit by Weather Ball, after Weather Ball is random move. And I gain nothing from this guy staying in anyways. So go into our Sand Rush guy. Hit with Rock Slide. Bait and Focus Punch. You go Talon on the Focus Punch. I sure I'd be. You saved +1 citrus, right? That'd be +1 citrus. Yeah, this is pretty sure that's just Focus Punch here. Focus Punch always brings me into payback range. Unless it burns it. If it burns it, then what I could do is just release, so it's fine. So this is always payback range. I go into Mienshao and Aura Sphere. Two more fights left in Desert. Let's fucking ball. and we'll get like +1 resource after being scaleless candyless for a good portion of the last few sections. We'll have to make sure we'll definitely have to make sure we handle this part kind of correctly. This fight's kind of annoying. I'll be right back though. I'm going to take a quick break. Okay. This one we need to do some numbers on. Okay, so I see nothing's gonna be faster. And I can't do a knockoff thing because that's just like, hey, if you crit, here's hazards on the setup guy. Now, Grant, I know there's a bug, right, where Brick Break and Psychic Fangs remove barriers when used against an immunity. Um, just Brick Breaking the. But I'd like to see if I could do without using that. I don't think it'd be really hard to. I don't think it works with Rapid Spin. This seems to be breaking Psychic Fangs. So then you probably just do that stupid Brick Break shit while it hexes and dragon breaths you the entire time. Or you hope it doesn't, right? I mean, this guy would only reflect me, right? I can't even make room, I think, anyways. At least Obstagoon can't make room. He wants all those moves, to my knowledge. I mean, I guess normal moves are usually bait. We kind of know that, right? But hey, it worked for Mega Meta Jam. He's not bad with it, though. I have flex move slot right there. It's also not horrible when I got a Lilligant, because with Lilligant, for example, um, with Lilligant, for example, it has a higher chance of going for screens since I have both physical and special move. Could also bulldoze, but I don't think bulldoze does much unless I'm -2'd it. Not horrible actually if I can't speed that. Yeah, I'd have to -2 it for the Gooner. Skull and get brick break. Does get brick break. I'll probably have to just go to bulldoze, right? A bad option for it. What if I just focused on lowering its speed? And someone else take care of it. That could like break the screens. Man Shell's pretty fucking good against Cloister. If I have it to where like it's a weather ball or shell smash thing, right? If I bait rocks, yeah, Man Shell definitely will be brought here. I just don't know like when it comes into play for the fight. I could run Nidoqueen and like Super Fang or Brick Break, right? One Super Fang and I give it Cherry Berry, I can tank moves. Yeah, I think Nidoqueen lead sounds pretty chill. Because Poison Jab's a flex move, it can always be retaught here. Super Fang's Dark type in this, so I can actually hit it with it. And then I'll make it so I don't need to worry too much about how long it's gonna last for it to like die under that situation. Super Fang miss still though. No, it doesn't. Okay. So I do that. Cherry Berry, it's at 4 KO. It's unlikely to do that because I have both physical and special moves, so that works in my favor on this guy. And it always brings in Crook EQ. And since it's always Crook EQ, actually, I mean, we've seen it with the win streaks too. How fast Eldegoss, we just fucking leave storm of that guy. Unless. Because if I do leave Storma, which is fine, because if I do leave Storma, it still doesn't go Cloister. Does that guy, but it's gonna D-dance on my Eldegoss. And it is similar for this guy. So I have +1/+1. Let me check something. Dragon Rush. Yeah, the problem is I can flinch, right? And so I'm just gonna, I mean, that might be a little. Yeah, do the Eldegoss thing because it might Frost Breath Eldegoss, right? Not might, it probably would Frost Breath Eldegoss since it'd be dead to lose Storm, it can't Shell Smash. And so At 80 speed, which of my guys can do something about this? Other ball. Thought it would be +9. How much does Shell Smash score? So it would never Shell Smash over kills. Since it's not going to be, like, my guy's not going to be incapacitated, right? At least I think so. Unless, no, wait, because that's on top of regular setup, right? Shell Smash falls under, does it fall after? No, it doesn't. It's not included under offensive setup, I think. Yeah, it's not included under offensive setup. It's unique, it looks like. So, what does baiting Weather Ball do for me? Discharge. Amphi could be a singer. Frostpath freeze. No. So I just have to give 32. I just have to give him a citrus in case, which I mean, we're using citruses, but like, is there a way I can do that without a citrus, or do I actually even need the citrus? Because the problem isn't random move Shogun at all. Um, we just like showing that it's not going to set up on D-Dance, I think. Even if it'd be faster, right? Yeah, it's not going to show that since it'll see that I'm faster and can to it KO, right? And even if it brick breaks, I can go into Cloister in that situation. I wonder if Aurora Beam to Ice Shard with Never Melt Ice kills. Not often. And it's like not like Bros ever did, even if I switch in. I just Aurora Beam, Aurora Beam. So we figure out how to do that one. So we bait Frost Breath. See, do I know? Depends. I need to make sure my health is at, right? Could rapid spin once depending on my health. Because if I take an EQ, I can 29 damage. I could also just pre-damage to make sure I'm always in Frost Breath range. Yeah, why don't I just do that? 1 sec though. think this is fine. Let me just make sure I can always get hit by Frost Breath. I'm taking 2 turns of Sandstorm. Since I was switching on EQ. And like, I don't need it to be the lowest roll because it's as long as Cloister comes in, it's never gonna click Shell Smash. I need to be at 84 health. I'm taking 7, so 84 plus 14, 98. Oh, I actually think it actually always puts me there. Yeah. As long as because I'm switching it on EQ. I was being EQ, right? Yeah, so. But I'll still pre-damage because, like, on the chance that Dragapult doesn't click any attacking move, which I'll be surprised if it doesn't, but on the chance it doesn't, I'll just make sure I'm at 98 health itself, and then we're fine. And then on Frost Breath, I'm gonna go Claw Guy to bait Weather Ball. And then that's... So it's 890 plus 55 plus 18. If I give an Oranberry, actually, I need to use a citrus. You know, because 34 plus 81 is 115. So if I actually just switch in Magneton, we're chill. Does it actually always go for kill on Magneton? My Wise Glasses, it does, so that's cool. I mean, I'd be in kill range anyways, right? No, not necessarily. So. Switching on Weather Ball. That guy always lives crit Weather Ball plus crit Liquidation. If it does random move, it doesn't matter because we get Never Melt, Cloister. But we might as well have both people able to do that, right? Crazy that I think Oranberries does enough for that. Wise Glasses for you. I don't want to Eldegoss, doesn't matter, it's more just about the pre-damage. I don't think Cloister really needs an item, because even if I say I switch it on Brick Break, right? I'm taking 6 per chip, so I switch and I take Brick Break, that's 38 at max plus 46, that's 44. It's me at 66, I do that again, it's 22, because it's not going to set up on my guy. I feel like it's always fine. Might as well never melt, just in case, though. I need to, like, try to hit that sheet. If I'm correct, though, it's never setting up on Cloister. Yeah, it's never setting up on Magneton since I gave him Wise Glasses. regardless of if it like calcs my analytic first or last. At least I think so. It doesn't calc the view speed ties without speeding. Yeah. So wise glasses in that spot. And like you don't need these Storma. Yeah, that part doesn't matter. Yeah, and if it doesn't attack, it could get risky if it doesn't attack. I just realized that. So maybe I should. Let me do something for a sec. Just to make sure I'm always gonna be getting. Just to make sure I'm always gonna be getting EQ'd here. Do one more. That brings me to. Let me actually do this so like it brings me to the exact HP I need. It's like. I mean, this gets me an extra like 10 HP out of it. I think this one does too. And then I potion. Oh, it'll always see EQ killing. And we also full heal because we're not trying to get fucking hexed. My thing is this: if I don't have like a backup, right? So I could replace Amphi with a backup brick break guy. I think that sounds smarter. Replace Amphi with backup brick break guy. Replace Amphi with you. Should be chill. All the necessary HP. We have the items. Okay, good. Alright. We can Super Fang first because we're okay getting hit once. And now we do brick break shit. Oh, it's funny, man. Okay. Now this is always going to be EQ. Because I made sure to take those burn ticks prior to this. And then we always outspeed this thing after -1. And we'll always be in Frostbirth range after this, too. I think it's only Frostbirth. Yeah, only Frostbirth. Awesome. Actually, wait. Clawwitcher can just go for the kill because it can't. Shelgon can't set up on Clawwitcher. At least I'm pretty sure. I should have given Clawwitcher Wise Glasses because then it would have just killed with Dragon Pulse. It's always better. It does more. Dragon Rush does slightly less than Brick Break, so I'll still go into. Like, I'll still get kill off this. So now I think it actually goes for kill here, which works for me. Yeah, I completely forgot that Clawwitzer might outspeed this. Sorry, a lot of fast. I don't have speed on this. It's cool. We'll just go into Cloister, kill it from here. I think that was like a max roll, so I'm pretty sure I should kill at that point, not that it matters. Nice. Alright, we got one more permanent sand fight, and then we have the fucking Demon Scizor Gliscopod Duck Trio fight. Let me see for a sec. I don't know when the last. Oh, what the fuck? My repel was up. There we go. Rare candy in. The fuck was that? The Mirage Tower noise or whatever? Y'all heard that? It's like an old ass building noise. Like what the hell, man? Alright, let me take off their items. Oh. Hey. Does Leaf Storm do enough? I think it does. Yeah, it does. Would that, like... I always have water... Actually, that's... not always enough, because I don't have the item yet. There's that guy. So, like, the easiest league that just always one-shots is this guy. What would that bring in? -2. I have Miracle Seed. It's probably just going Go-Go, because no one's going to see Oko. It's going to go for out damage guy, because, yeah, no one's going to see Oko. This doesn't read Explosion as this thing kills, to my knowledge. And I'm pretty sure Explosion isn't viewed for, like, such in KO. If it is, I mean, it'd be easy anyways, because it's just, like, going like, ooh, that's actually... Huh. Oh, yeah, it'd be like a going that guy angle and get a EQ'd. But on this, it cannot Leech Seed Eldegoss. It would Rock Slide. So I go into Toe tomorrow. I fake out U-turn. And then Silver Powder. Bug Buzz. That should do enough. That brings in Rock Slide from Excadrill. I go into Conk and... Oh, it's so fucking close, man. F. I shouldn't be fucking complaining. No, I don't do that though. It's... Nah, because then that still gives it a chance to explode. Actually, no, because it's last coming in. So if we do it this way, Golem comes in last and there's no explode chance. Boom. So then that means just go Torterra and we're chilling. Fuck yeah. So we lead that. And then on Rock Slide, I wanted this because it brought baited in EQ. Just baited in that. And so this will Rock Slide. We go into Mienshao on the Rock Slide, actually. And we just Drain Punch. And then on Golem, we just go into Torterra and EQ. We have this guy if we need semi-explosion backup. I think we only need Silver Powder on this guy. But to help with ranges, I'll give this Muscle Band in case. Because, like, it could, leech Togi D. No, I wouldn't leech Togi D, though. But yeah, just to help with ranges, make sure that Bug Buzz always kills. Because then it's always going to... Ooh, actually, it might Iron Head. No, it could Iron Head Masquerain, right? Yeah, Iron Head Mask, because I won't be repelling it. So we go back into... Or I won't be Intimate. So we go back into Togi D. Back into Mask on high, on like high horsepower, and then it won't Rock Slide. Or yeah, and then it won't Iron Head, I meant. So then it'll just Rock Slide me and Sha. Actually, no, because it might, would it Rock Polish over Slow Kill? I have to double check that. Because like it could Rock Polish over Slow Kill to my knowledge. Nope, it won't. It's only +7. So then these three guys are chilling. Oh wait, I need to give Miracle Seed to the Goss. Let's decide who they look better on. Who does this guy think he is? Yapping over here. Yep, let's go. It's gonna be Rock Slide. And then I'm going to fake out U-turn. I think U-turn's enough, but like I might as well fucking fake out. Huge chip. Chip is chip. Okay. U-turn, I'll be seeing EQ here. Okay, now we're gonna Bug Buzz. And this will bring in Excadrill, who's gonna usually Rock Slide, but can Iron Head, since I'm not gonna have the Intim off on it. I can't just straight up go into the creature. Let's see. If I get crit by Rock Slide, it could see Rock Slide kill, right? Crit would do 60. No, I'd be fine. But I feel like it'd just be safer to go Magneton. So I'm not faster than it. Yeah. It'd be safer to go Magneton. Remove any chance of Rock Polish. Now it's gonna high horsepower. I mean, it wouldn't Rock Slide that time, but it was like half rolls of Iron Head killed, and I can't switch in Mian Shell on Sandforce Iron Head. Now on high horsepower, we go back into Masquerain. And now with Intim, it's not gonna have a chance to hit Iron Head. And obviously, Mian Shout is chill with a Rock Slide. And I outspeed and just kill with Drain Punch. It's Air Balloon, not Sash. And this brings in Golem. Since it's the last Mon brought out, Explosion is a non-factor on it. So that means it's just going to Wild Charge. And Torterra goes in, outspeeds, clicks EQ. Technically, we're not done with 111, but we're done with basically the desert, which So we still got that demon over there. So we can't get a sharp peek yet. I'm gonna end soon, but let's see before we end if we can knock out this fucking nasty battle, so that our next fight isn't wild. Those that scissor fight is a little brutal. No more sand. Let's fucking go. At least I think so. Yeah, last trainer in Sandstorm area. So we're at normal weather now. I always kill with. I can't just straight kill that though because it's gonna bring in Dog Trio if I do that. Hmm. Wait, this box looks like it might have a tougher time with this fight than I'm used to. So I don't really do. This guy's like. I'd be able to do something between the end show and Sizzler, to be honest. This Togi D's always bringing a knockoff. And then once it sees Bullet Punch, I can go. Once it sees like Bullet Punch always kills, I can go like this guy. And that should theoretically bring in Liquid Rock Slide. Does Blunder Policy do again? Just boost the speed stats. That's not really a huge deal. Ooh, I don't know if I have the branch power to figure this out right now. Yeah, nah. I have to do a little more difficult for me than I thought. I mean, I was gonna I'm gonna do some baking in like 10 minutes anyways. Not figuring that out in that time, which is cool. You know, sometimes you gotta take a little more time than you know, than you might originally expect. So I'm gonna end it here. No stream tomorrow because like that's like the work in the evening day, right? But we'll stream again Wednesday, I think. That one will be longer. So I'll be able to start earlier. No, I think no people want to raid, yeah, so. On to here. Catch you guys Wednesday. A bit chugging. Pretty flawless overall does it, so we run that shit. Have a good one, guys. Peace.